I said, bird, it's cold in here. It must be some spirit in the atmosphere. We are so here. Ladies and gentlemen, what's goody? It's your boy, so cold. You can also call me OSK. Either is gonna convey the same way. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a little brick cold up in here today. I'm a little chilly McFreeze, you know what I'm saying? Since I am cold, I want to go over some hot takes, but not even just hot takes. We are finna dive into some scorchers. These are some scorchers that are so bad, I consider them rage bait, right? NFL is one of those leagues, right? Very popular. The most popular Big Four sport in America. I would say it's not even close, right? Like, is anything touching the NFL popularity-wise? You know, there's a lot of takes that fly around. But these that I have decided to pull are so bad, they have to be rage bait. I want to dive into it. Now, I talked about rage bait just a video ago. And I feel like it's very important that we call out those who do this. Now, you may get offended when somebody comes up to you and tells you one of these. That's because they're doing it on purpose, okay? These are statements that are said by NFL fans or viewers who they cannot believe these things. So, my word of advice, if you hear any of these rage baits, don't fall for it, okay? Just turn the other cheek, bro. If you hear anybody saying this, they don't know ball. So I'm gonna go into it, but before I get into them, please make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Click that bell notification as well. We definitely want to continue to upload here on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, and you all have been amazing. I set a goal to hit 50 subscribers in the month of May, and we absolutely killed that. So I'm still gonna push myself to hit 100 by June. Also, you know, shout out to Frat, you know what I'm saying? Definitely want to get some more NFL merch soon to make sure that we're good to go there. But nonetheless, let's dive right into it with the first piece of rage bait. This one is going to probably grind y'all gears because a lot of y'all do this and you're wrong. I do it sometimes too, and I'm wrong. Dallas Cowboys slander. Bro, slander in the Cowboys is so outdated, right? Because we all acknowledge they have not won anything since the 90s. They haven't been very good, consistently at least. They've had a couple years here and there. I think it's very important that we acknowledge that it's to a point that anytime we slander the Cowboys to a Cowboys fan, it's rage bait. We're doing it on purpose because they get triggered easily. Honestly, I mean, because when you think about it, like, for example, Dez Bryant and the catch. You know, you can believe if it was a catch or not. I think most evidence point towards it being a catch. Sorry about the weird cut. I'm very tired of my camera leaning to the left like it's in a Mike Jones video. But yeah, Cowboy slander, man. It's just like, it comes to a point where it does seem like it's done on purpose. Have to say it. Piggybacking off of that though, number 2, Cowboys fans being obnoxious. Now that is also rage bait. It's a double-edged sword dealing with Cowboys fans because some Cowboys fans have the sheer gall and audacity to tell me, you, your mama, your cousin, your auntie, your ex, your future wife that they're going to win the Super Bowl this season, or that they're gonna kill the draft, or that they're gonna sign so and so in the free agency. Buddy, we've been here before. Like, why do y'all keep doing it? Is it to make me mad? Because I'm starting to get tight that you would even say something like that. It's not that we don't want y'all to succeed, which most people don't, but it's like, why y'all keep it's like, trust the process. Why would we keep trusting the process? You know what I'm saying? I think to a point it's comedic. They don't actually believe it themselves. And you know what I'm saying? I think maybe 6-7 years ago, you know, with the Dak Ezekiel Elliott experiment, they probably did honestly believe like, oh, we got a chance. But I mean, it seemed like before then and after then, what were we believing? So I'm gonna say those are my first 2. Cowboy slanders, or people who slander Cowboys fans, and then Cowboys fans slandering everybody else. Number 3. Mike Tomlin is not a great coach, or Mike Tomlin needs to be fired. Where did this narrative come from? Like, why do people say that? What is this, right? I think you can look at it one of 2 ways. 1, you hate the Steelers, okay? Or 2, you hate black coaches. Because Mike Tomlin is an amazing coach, right? When was the last time they had a losing season? You feel me? He has a Super Bowl. Now I get, oh, well, they haven't gotten over that hump since then. They haven't won anything since then. Like, yeah, respectfully, I get that. But also, look at some of the talent and look at some of those years and tell me, like, how far those teams are supposed to go. And I think the expectation for the Steelers has always been Super Bowl or bust. But we fail to realize that the talent has to be there. And you could say, well, the talent was there, this and that. But no, realistically, go back and look at some of those recent teams. Are you actually gonna tell me that, given those rosters, that they should have been out here winning Super Bowls? They were lucky to even sniff the playoffs half the time, bro. That's the crazy thing, and they end up doing that. So this narrative that Mike Tomlin is not a great coach or he needs to be fired is absolutely blasphemy, and I can't let that slide. If anybody tells you that they don't know ball, that is somebody that's either rage baiting or just on the outside looking in. Number 4, telling someone that so-and-so on so-and-so's team is a system quarterback. The QB is the system. The QB is the system. What are we talking about? He's a system quarterback. What does that entail? Because here's my gripe. The elite quarterbacks of the elite, you put them on any team, they're going to still succeed. But if the team around them sucks, they suck. Okay? If the talent is there, the talent is there. Why are we denying that? And I feel like we get this narrative a lot with like a Brock Purdy situation or some of those like middle line quarterbacks because people look at the talent around him and say, oh, well, he's only succeeding because he's in the system. Bro, Brock Purdy was top 5 in passing yards. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like certain things like that, I never really understood. Okay? And to the reverse of that, you get somebody like a Tannehill, right? When Tannehill was in Miami, people were considering him a bust. He wasn't good. He went to Tennessee, revitalized his career. But then the narrative becomes, oh, he's a system quarterback. He's playing the system. He's got Derrick Henry back there. But Tannehill was winning games. Tannehill was talented, right? So, like, what do you mean he's a system quarterback? Are you saying that, like, given the hard work, or like he couldn't have done that somewhere else? I just heavily disagree with that. I could argue that, saying so-and-so is not a good quarterback is maybe a better take if you have that opinion. But to call them a system quarterback specifically is blasphemy, in my opinion. Number 5. Now, this one is very common, and I can relate more than anybody to this. And that's why I wanted to put it in there. Definitive rage bait in the NBA. Wow. And the definitive rage bait in the NFL. Telling someone that they can't talk because their team has never won. What do you mean? Your team sucks, bro. What do you mean I can't talk? Your team right now sucks. I have every right to tell you that because they do. And you're going to try to spin it on me and tell me because my team hasn't won a Super Bowl? An example. Me as a Titans fan, okay? It wasn't the last time we played the Cowboys, but the time before that, we beat them. One of my Cowboys camaraderies, one of my Cowboys friends, had the audacity to, before I even spoke, say, "Don't even say nothing because y'all ain't never won a Super Bowl." You said that to piss me off. Let's be honest. You said that to piss me off because obviously we didn't, but we also won and we're a better team. So what are we talking about? This is my Super Bowl right now, beating you. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Honestly, what do you mean? Okay, so y'all won one in the 90s, bro. Neither one of us were alive the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. Okay, so let's cut the malarkey. That's a bad narrative. Numero 6. Lamar Jackson is not a great quarterback. Lamar Jackson is a running back. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Lamar Jackson? Are we going to sit here and discredit Lamar Jackson for all his greatness? Lamar Jackson is putting up numbers. He always puts up numbers. And he can run. So what are we getting at? The Josh Allen Lamar Jackson debate was pissing me off, bro. Well, Josh Allen should win it because he's an actual quarterback and he does this and he does that. And I'm a Bills fan, bro. Let's keep it a bean, okay? Let's keep it a bean and a half. A chili bean, a lima bean, a pinto bean. Lamar Jackson outplayed Josh Allen. Now, we ain't gonna talk about, like, you know what I'm saying, postseason success, but even if we do that, which one of them got a Super Bowl? I digress. If your argument is Lamar Jackson is not a great quarterback, then Patrick Mahomes must be the only great one. Number 7. Now, this is going to be a little bit controversial, but I also think it's still rage bait. Now, I'll tackle both sides of this, okay? I'll tackle both sides because some people genuinely just don't believe this, and I don't understand that. But advocating against CTE science, bro, yeah, we're going there. All right, we're going there because we don't talk about it enough in the community. Are you finna sit here and tell me that getting hit in your head 50 to 60 times in a given 2-week stretch that you ain't gonna have brain damage? Is that our argument? The research is literally there. These folks are doing scans to see these people's brains. They are the size, most times, of like a grapefruit. Okay, that might be a bad. Nah, I feel like that's fair. I might have made that up, but it makes sense. There's like so much missing brain matter, or I have to put it up on the screen what a CTE brain looks like to emphasize like what's lost, okay? Because the argument that you're going against it and trying to advocate for the violence, I get like a big part of football is the hitting, is the tackling, right? Like we get that. We want it to be a little bit rough, right? But like to sit here and then downplay what the NFL and the surrounding doctors, everybody involved is trying to do to protect these players is kind of insane. It's obvious that it's damaging, right? There could be a great middle ground. There really can. I don't think that they should have gave away with the kickoff. I think the kickoff change was insane. I think some of the rules with roughing the passer are a little wild to me, right? Like, what do you want me to do? Take them for fine dining afterwards? What massage his fee on the way down? I don't get that part. But nonetheless, advocating against CTE, this doesn't make sense. And you're rage baiting if you're advocating against it because there's the one side that's just ignorant, doesn't know, or doesn't care to know. There's other people that are like, nah, bro, throw that out the window. Let's keep being dangerous. Those people are the full actors. They're the ones you need to stay away from. If they tell you against CTE, they're pissing you off on purpose. Number 8, arguing Antonio Brown is the greatest wide receiver. Or more specifically, that Antonio Brown is an all-time great over like Calvin Johnson or Jerry Rice. He did have an insane peak. And I thought it was very important that we piggyback off the last one with this. But okay, he had an insane peak. Isaiah Thomas on the Celtics did too. Does he rank all time over Chris Paul? I think not. Anyways, number 9. And this one is this one's gonna trigger one specific fan base and make another one very happy. But I have to say it. 28-3 trolls. If you still trolling about 28-3 in the year of our Lord 2025, get a life. I'm not even a Falcons fan. I feel bad. At that point, you're literally trolling just to troll. Let them folks rest. They lost the Super Bowl. Every other game or every other Super Bowl had a loser. Why are we doubling down on them so bad? Yes, 28-3 was an astronomical collapse. Yes, 28-3 should not have happened. Yes, I would be upset if I'm a Falcons fan. But also, like, in what basis of what argument is this relevant now? Now you're rage baiting because you're bringing it up out of sheer spite because you want to piss Falcons fans off. And it's even more annoying when it's out of context and there's no Falcons fans involved. Why are we bringing up 28-3 at the bar? And we talking about the Eagles versus the Giants. Well, I mean, the score right now is 28-3. It'd be a shame. Bro, that's lame. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Get some help. Anyways. And number 10. And yeah. I see you. I see you. You on the other side of the screen right now. In your head, you're probably thinking, man, I wish he would talk about who I think is the greatest quarterback of all time, that being Peyton Manning. Oh, man, it's a shame he has to touch on Aaron Rodgers because that's the greatest quarterback of all time. But, man, that Drew Brees guy, Patrick Mahomes is going to definitely be the greatest quarterback of all time when it's all said and done. Oh, man, I think Lamar Jackson is going to make a good case. Josh Allen. Joe Montana, man, was a baller. He was a hooper. Terry Bradshaw is Steve Young now. It's Tom Brady. Number 10. People who say that Tom Brady is not the greatest of all time. How is he not? How is he not? How is he not? Now, if you all know me, I believe that LeBron, again, is the greatest basketball player of all time. I don't really care to get into that argument in this video, okay? The gap between LeBron and the other person considered the GOAT being Michael Jordan doesn't really exist much, right? We're looking at 4 to 6 rings, okay? The MVPs, sure. All this other stuff, right? You can make that argument. It is in bad faith to try to make any argument that Tom Brady's not the GOAT. And I was a Tom Brady denier, bro. I did not like the Patriots dynasty. Not one bit, bro. They were in the AFC. I'm an AFC team fan. It was annoying. No. I'm not going to listen to anybody who tells me that Tom Brady's not the GOAT. And this isn't a hot take. It's rage bait at its finest. Because you're telling me that to piss me off. Because in your right mind, you cannot believe that he is not the GOAT. You can't. Anyways, that's the last one. I just wanted to go over that, touch on rage bait, because it's prevalent everywhere. That is a direct link to the NBA video, because I did just talk about that a minute ago. Now, I think one day I do want to do hot takes and kind of go over like 10 hot takes. I feel like these are a bit spicier than hot takes, to the point that either some of you may believe these, but also conversely, they're just so unbelievable that they have to be made to make people mad. But if y'all want to see me do hot takes specifically, just let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, that'll do it for me, you all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. It's been a pleasure. I love yapping, and thank y'all for sitting here watching me yap. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. Please make sure to subscribe and then check out some of those social media links at the end of the video. But without further ado, please don't let anyone discourage you from greatness. My name is Osoko, and we are Oh So Out.